This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
Valentine's Day is around the corner, but on Whiteout Weekend, there's not a lot of love out there on the ice. Welcome to the Deb F. Stanley Ice Arena, a doubleheader to kick off Whiteout Weekend exclusively on WTOP 10. And just in time for Whiteout, your host of the evening, the Iceman himself, I'm Matt Sharamita, joined by Schenectady's finest, Alex Brooks, and the minivan Sammy Sozio. You know, I mentioned not a lot of love out there on the ice, guys, but up here on the perch, we got a lot of it. What do you guys love most about Whiteout Weekend here in Oswego?
Well, it's the most historic weekend in all of D3 hockey. Whiteout Weekend, this atmosphere is going to go crazy today and tomorrow, and we got 4 big matchups with a lot of playoff implications, a lot of good hockey coming up, Sammy.
Absolutely. It's my first whiteout, actually, because I'm a freshman. I'm very excited. It's been hyped up a lot over the last couple of years, but I'm excited to watch some hockey, man. It's a great weekend for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an eventful weekend. We'll look at this is game 1 of the weekend, right? So I just want you guys to talk me through the locker room emotions. Brooks, I'll have you start with Oswego. How are they feeling coming into game 1 of Whiteout Weekend?
Well, as I was mentioning before, that there's a lot of playoff implications as we look at the Whiteout Weekend schedule. For the women's team, they got a doubleheader weekend against Canton, a team that's right behind them. They got to take care of business. And then for the men's, it's Potsdam and Plattsburgh. So both squads, Sammy, they know that they have a lot on the line, and there's a lot to play for both teams, and they are ready for it.
Absolutely. I think all the teams, no matter away or home, they're going to have to leave everything out on the ice, because if they don't, they could be going home with nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a weekend full of fun and festivities. I know we have Super Bowl on Sunday,
yes,
but for the Oswego faithful, this is it. This is the big game of the year. So, Sammy, I want you to, talk me through what you're looking for in these Canton games, these next 2 games.
Well, the women ice hockey are playing Canton twice. So they have a chance this game to, get like a real feel of how they're going to play for tomorrow. But also, they're looking to get a win, as the start of a momentum build so they can keep going on and win the next couple of games.
Yeah, and for Canton, I mean, this is their Super Bowl, as you mentioned, Matt. If they take one or even both games, they know that they have a better driver's seat for the playoffs. So Canton's going in here. They really want to make their mark on the SUNYAC, because there's only 4 spots in the SUNYAC in women's hockey, and they're trying to punch their ticket tonight.
Absolutely. I know we also have the men's games this weekend. I know they're quick to circle that Plattsburgh game because that's the big one. But I want you to talk to me about the Potsdam game, because we can't underestimate or kind of undermine that Potsdam game.
Well, the men's team, obviously, they're facing Potsdam. They got to focus on tonight. I know the big game tomorrow is against Plattsburgh. That's the big whiteout game, but you can't overlook Potsdam. You won 6-0 against Potsdam in your last matchup, but Potsdam, they can go up against anybody. It's a SUNYAC opponent. They lost to Plattsburgh, lost to Jenny, lost to Cortland, but as we know, it's hard to beat a team twice, especially after an embarrassing loss to Potsdam in their own barn.
Absolutely. I really think that Oswego, if they overlook the game tonight and they lose, they're coming into a real hard weekend coming up.
Absolutely. I mean, that game's big, the Plattsburgh game's big, and these 2 games against Canton, they're big. I mean, this is a rivalry kind of developing between these 2 teams themselves. I mean, Oswego, they've had their number, but these last couple games, the Roos, they've started to flip the script. We'll look at the full screen here. Their last match, the Kangaroos, they took that one, Brooks.
Yeah, they took that one. Oswego, coming into last season, was 11-0. Now are 0-2 in the last 2 matchups, 1-0 for Canton. The team was still trying to find their identity. I mean, Coach Digby said it best, that they were trying to find, they didn't really have the best game. They didn't know their strengths yet. And Riley Ansel scored the game-winning goal, and Canton really taking one up. They got the momentum coming into tonight.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Brooks. You come in 11-0 and then you lose 2 games right at the start. I think that takes a toll on the team, especially when you come in thinking, oh, we're up a lot on them, and then you lose 1-0. I think that's a big hit for the women Lakers.
And I'll mention that it was good defenses, but if you're Oswego and Canton, there was only like 16 shots total between both teams. So you need more shots, need more quantity over quality tonight.
Yeah, one thing that really stood out to me is very evenly matched teams. I know the SUNYAC standings don't really show it. We'll show the SUNYAC standings later. I don't want to jump the gun too much, but I just want to ask you guys real quick, what does Canton have to do if they want to continue to rewrite history against a team that they're so closely competitive with?
Well, obviously, you want your defense to show up. I mean, that was the big thing in the last matchup, 1-0. You got to keep the pressure on Oswego. You got to keep them and keep being physical against them, because Oswego, as we've seen in the last game against Morrisville, they were able to turn it on in that third period. So you got to play all 3 periods of hockey if you want to win this game.
100%. And actually, the Lakers are 0-2 against the Kangaroos at home. So they're looking to turn it on its head. But also, in the last 2 years, I'm sorry. But as I was saying, you were saying the defense is huge. It's one of the biggest parts of this game. Because if you don't have a defense, you don't have anything.
Absolutely. Seems like Canton, they really know this Oswego team like the back of their hand right now. We have plenty of more whiteout festivities coming up after this break. When we come back, a word from Coach Digby and a dash around the SUNYAC. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WTOP 10.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West First Street.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the pregame show on WTOP 10. I'm the good Matt Sharamita, joined by the bad Alex Brooks. And, well, I guess based off process of elimination, Sammy, you're the ugly.
Wow.
No,
okay. All right.
I think we're all pretty beautiful up here, I'm not going to lie, but, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And some beautiful play from these women. The Lakers, they punched their ticket into the SUNYAC playoffs. We talked to Mark Digby about, getting into SUNYAC playoffs and clinching their playoff berth. Let's just see what Mark Digby had to say.
Expectation here, has always been to get in and to try to do everything you can to get a home playoff game. And I think with the personnel we have, there's no reason that shouldn't happen on a year-to-year basis. And, going into the year, I think the goal was to try to put ourselves in a position to win the league playoff.
So, yeah, Digby and the Lakers, they're excited to even be in the playoffs, but Digby, he has other plans ahead. As we'll look at the SUNYAC standings, they have a lot of work cut out for them if they want to get to the top spot and clinch a home game. But, they got a lot of work on their hands. Right now, it looks like Plattsburgh, Cortland, they're going to be the home teams that host in the SUNYAC championships. But I ask you guys, how much do you think this matters considering how they've handled Plattsburgh, Cortland on the road?
Yeah, you mentioned it, Matt. Like, obviously with Cortland and Plattsburgh up in that top spot, Oswego now in the playoffs, this team needed that sweep against Morrisville, and they got it. So now they're in that top 3 spot. But the difference between good and great teams is their end goals. Oswego, they made the playoffs, but they're looking for more than the playoffs. They're looking for a championship. And we'll have to see what their response is tonight regarding that.
I really couldn't have said it better myself. The Lakers need to keep looking one step ahead and not jump. They need to take one game at a time because, again, the SUNYAC is a great conference because anything can happen at any time. There's a bunch of teams right now fighting for a spot, and really anything could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And Digby, he believes the job's not finished, and they're right there. I mean, they're only 7 points back on Plattsburgh, Cortland. Like you said, anything can happen. But as we're looking around these standings, we see a lot of teams. They're waiting to punch their ticket. We'll look around the SUNYAC real quick. We got a couple more games today. Sammy, I'll have you talk to me about the importance of that Morrisville and Buffalo State game, with them kind of being at the bottom of the division.
Absolutely. Right now, they're fighting to not. I feel like they're fighting not to be last. Because Buffalo right now has a single point and over to win into overtime. But Morrisville came off almost won against Oswego last weekend, they almost did win. But they're coming off an 0-2 sweep. Coming from an 0-2 sweep from the Lakers. So right now, I think they got to play for pride, even though they might not even make it to the playoffs this year.
Absolutely, and you see Plattsburgh, they're the number one. They've clinched their spot in these playoffs. Potsdam, they're still fighting for a spot. So Brooks, talk to me about that game.
Yeah, this game is really a really important game between Plattsburgh and Potsdam. I mean, you mentioned it, Matt. Potsdam still fighting for their playoff spot, and they're Oswego fans today. I mean, they want Canton to lose both of these games because they have the head-to-head against Canton. So if Canton loses and Potsdam ends up upsetting Plattsburgh and keeps winning against that team, well, Potsdam can move up into that fourth spot and punch their tickets for the playoffs. So Potsdam, they're putting on their Oswego Laker rally caps this weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to be steering some wheel ships out there.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, so Potsdam, like, they play later, so they're definitely going to be watching this game pretty closely, rooting for the Lakers. But for Oswego, they got players getting hot at the right time, and that's kind of attributed to their late season push into the playoffs. One of those players being the Oswego Student Athlete of the Month. It's Matt Cole, guys. Talk me through about the streak that she's on right now.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a Mac attack out here for Oswego women's hockey. She has 5 points in her last 5 games, and the only team that she didn't get a point against, well, you guessed it right. It's SUNY Canton. So she's looking for a 6 point, and not only she's looking for a point, but she's looking for a goal, and she's looking for a win tonight against Canton.
Again, couldn't have said it better myself. A Mac attack out there. Right now, we're looking at. Obviously, they're looking for a win, but I know they're still. Sorry. They're looking for Mac Hull to get a point on Canton to keep up her 5-0 streak, especially against the last week's sweep against the Morrisville Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Canton did a good job last time limiting the hot hand from Oswego. Hull, she's not the only player with the hot hand right now. As we'll look at Oswego's top scorers right now, Hull, she's 1 of 2 with 17 points on the season right now, Brooks. Talk to me about the importance of having a lot of high-scoring contributors to this Oswego offense.
Yeah, so this is the big 3 for Oswego women's hockey. Ashlyn McGrath, Mac Hull, Rachel Corbett. I'll go through it. McGrath, 17 points on the season. She's a top goal scorer and a very prominent scorer. You look at Mac Hull, we mentioned it before, second in goals, tied for points, and she's a big shooter. She has a lot of shots, so you can rely on her. But then Rachel Corbett, tied with Mac Hull in goals, but she is able to give she's a role player, and she's able to be reliable to find the right player, Sammy.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of spreading the love, and Oswego Lakers have done just that. It's very important to have more than one big goal scorer, because then the defense will have to defend 3 people instead of just 1.
Absolutely. And Canton, I mean, they don't lack any top performers on their side. We'll take a look at their star contributors as they make their playoff push. Sammy, I'll come right back to you. Talk to me about what you're seeing here from Canton.
Yeah, well, Danica Lalonde is 16 points with 12 goals and 4 assists. Desiree Snook has 15 points with 9 goals and 6 assists. And Riley Enzel has 13 points with 6 goals and 7 assists. This is another big scorer for Canton, especially after the 2-0 victory against the Lakers. The Lakers are going to have to watch out for specifically these 3, but I'm sure every person on that team, on the Kangaroos, can score a point.
Yeah, and looking at these top scorers for Canton, as you mentioned, Matt, before, that Oswego and Canton's a little like the same. They play the same. They're really good on defense, really good on offense, but we look at Riley Enzel. She scored the only goal in that 1-0 win at Canton. I could expect a little bit of revenge if you're the Lakers trying to not allow her to get a goal tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're looking at Riley Enzel and like, man, you're mad because a 1-0 victory hurts, man. It hurts right here. And so you're obviously looking for maybe to stuff her for this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about limiting the hot hand. We'll see how either team deals with it. We're going to take another quick break here on the pregame show. When we come back, some familiar faces and some new faces here on WTOP 10. Don't go anywhere. Your pregame show continues right here.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades. as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and briefly.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30? Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the pregame show on WTOP 10. I know everyone's just about sick of our voices right now, so let's change this up a bit. We're going to send it over to Zach Malmund and Nick Mason in the booth. Guys, what do you got for us?
Matt and Zach Malmund along here with Nick Mason. It should be a really, really good matchup. Canton vying for that fourth and final playoff spot in the SUNY. Should be a good one today, Nick.
Yeah, Oswego obviously clinched. Canton fighting for that spot. You want to make the playoffs, especially with only 4 teams. Canton, they have to be careful. They need to take advantage of these games, conference games against Oswego, because Potsdam is right behind them as the number 5 team. So it's more important to Canton at least, because they want to make it in the playoffs. Oswego's already in. They'd like home ice advantage, but they're in. They're happy. Canton, they have something to fight for.
Definitely, and we have a really, really strong goaltending matchup today as 2 goalies who sit 3rd and 4th in goals against average this season. 3 wins on the spin, though, for Lexi Levy.
Yeah, and both of these, like you mentioned, actually, both of them have pretty similar statistics. I mean, both 1.88 goals against average for Lexi Levy, 1.94 for Molly, but the record is in favor of Lexi Levy, and we know as we're playing in Oswego that Lexi Levy plays pretty well at home. She's been very reliable, obviously, with the winning record here in net, so I'm excited to see her play at home. And Molly Lanahan, she's pretty good too, so I'd expect a good goalie matchup today.
Definitely 2 strong netminders in net. Levy with 3 straight wins, and Lenihan trying to bounce back after a couple of losses. But now it's time for our keys to the game. I'm going to go first with Canton today. My first key to the game is stay out of the penalty box. They took a ton of penalties in their last couple of games. 5 power play goals allowed during this 3-game losing streak. And then my second key for Canton is get the first goal. Oswego, especially on their home ice, really, really strong when they get the first goal. They are 9-4 on the year when scoring the first goal this season. Should be a really strong day for Canton. But, Nick, a big game and a weekend for Oswego. What are you looking for today?
I think Oswego needs to shoot more on the goal. Oswego and the whole SUNYAC are dead last in shots on goal. And that might not seem like it matters, except in this matchup particularly, Canton, second most in the SUNYAC shots on goal. Canton's getting more opportunities. More opportunities, in theory, correlates to more goals. So, yes, if Oswego gets you're saying that Canton's key is to get the first goal. That's important, but it's also for Oswego to keep up shots on goal. And I also think Oswego needs to keep playing tough on defense. They have a 93% penalty kill, so they're very good when they're man down, so they need to continue that tonight.
Yeah, Oswego looking for a push right before the playoffs, but we're going to send it down to our man on the sideline, Jason Semsel. What do you got for us?
Well, guys, much like the weather this week, these teams have been hot and cold recently. Lakers riding into this game with some momentum at a 3-game winning streak, while the Kangaroos, conversely, are on a 3-game losing streak. In terms of scoring, once again, it's complete opposite for both sides. Canton coming off a tough series against Plattsburgh and have been outscored 4-10 these last 3 games, while the Lakers have found the bottom of the net 9 times, while also holding their opponents to just 3 goals. Power plays have been tough for both sides, and guys, we're talking about love. It's close to Valentine's Day, and the Lakers have been spreading the love as a team these past 3 games. Lakers had 15 assists as a team these past 3 games, with 11 individually different Lakers recording assists on the last stretch of games. One thing to look out for before puck drop is the last time these two squared off against. It was an offensive stalemate for 48 minutes before the Kangaroos were able to find the bottom of the net en route to a 1-0 victory. One thing to look out for before puck drop is the aggressiveness from both sides. Canton second in the SUNY with shots on goal with 767, while the Oswego dead last in the SUNY with just 514 shots on goal. That's going to be all for us. Coming up after the break, the guys up at the porch will tell you their picks and players to watch out for as Hockey Night in Oswego continues.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Are just minutes away from the start of our whiteout weekend, and I don't know if you can smell it, guys, but love is certainly in the air. Welcome back to the pregame show. I am Matt Sharamita, joined by Alex Brooks and Sammy Sozio. We've talked about these hot players all game, guys, so I gotta hear, who are you guys watching in this matchup today?
Well, my first player is going to be number 20, Desiree Snook on the Canton Kangaroos. She is second on the team in goals with 9 and has 15 points. She had a stretch of 6 goals in 5 games down the stretch last semester in December, but no goals since. I expect for that 10-game goalless streak to end tonight, Sammy.
100%. My player to watch is Victoria McGarity, who has 104 shots on goal the last 3 seasons. Now, that's all the points. But right now, the Oswego Lakers defense is going to need to watch out for her breakaways if they want to keep the goal game close.
And Sammy, how about for Oswego?
Oh, absolutely. Tessa Mucha, who had a big game last week, a big spark off the bench to get the Lakers the win against Morrisville. Right now, she is, again, another big scorer, 31 shots on goal this season. But right now, the Lakers need to they need to focus on getting more shots on goal, I guess, getting them in the goal.
And my Oswego player to watch is Kenzie Malone, the senior, and she has 4 power play goals. She is 3rd on the team, and she ignited the spark against Morrisville, being able to get that power play goal to ignite that comeback against Morrisville to win and put them into position in the playoffs.
Absolutely, Brooks. I mean, I agree with both your all your players, all 4 of them. What I might not agree with, though, is your picks of the game. Let's hear what predictions you got for the outcome today.
All right, so I'll start off. I'm going to go 4-3 Oswego.
Oh.
I know. Canton scored 1 goal, and that was it from the last matchup, but I think it's going to be more offense tonight because I just think it's going to be that igniting from Kenzie Malone, and this Lakers team's going to go crazy.
100%. The last couple games have been 3-1 Lakers, so that's going to be no different. 3-1 with the Lakers winning the game.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, guys. Your pick, both Garbanzo. The Iceman, he can see the future. 2-1 Oswego Lakers. That's going to do it for us here up on the perch for now. We are moments away from action. You'll hear more from us on the other side of the first period. Don't go anywhere, because Whiteout Weekend begins after this.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Did you know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a closer with that one.
Broadcast
Look
news.
at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back inside the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as we have some women's hockey, a Friday afternoon matchup right here on WTOP 10. Zach Malamud, happy to be alongside Nick Mason. And Nick, we talked about it in the pregame. These two teams coming in, Oswego red hot, 3 straight wins, Canton 3 straight losses. Canton needs to really bounce back after last weekend.
Yeah, momentum's a big thing in sports, especially a sport like hockey where you're playing multiple games a week, and Canton's got 2 here. So they're on a losing streak. If Oswego wins tonight, then that keeps the losing streak going for Canton. It continues the winning streak for Oswego, and it's just going to keep carrying the momentum, so both teams could really use this win in the sense of momentum.
Should definitely be a really great matchup between these two teams. We talked about the netminders before the game. Molly Lenahan in for Canton, and Lexi Levy gets another start for Oswego. Oswego will be moving from left to right in this first period. They are in white with the green strap on their uniforms. Canton in blue. So we're waiting for puck drop. Fixing a bit of the scoreboard here, and we're almost set. As the puck is dropped and Whiteout Weekend 2024 is underway. As Canton dump it down into the zone. Oswego trying to control it here, and it's Parenti. She'll dump it down into the neutral zone. Canton fighting back with Pavlasova. And now it's Ansel with it. McGarity lost it to Parenti, but Canton will reset. Dump down behind the net, and Levy plays it for Oswego. Parenti taken away, but then taken back by Oswego as McKinnon couldn't keep hold for Canton. Dumped all the way down in Canton's defensive zone. And it's going to be Valaket who will pass it up to McKinnon. McKinnon with a bit of a break here. A shot is saved by Levy. Rebound cleared away. And the first opportunity goes to the Kangaroos as McGrath speeding down the ice. McGrath with a shot. Kick saved by Lenahan. Oswego with control of it. Corbett down to McGrath in the corner. She's pinned up on the end boards. And Canton trying to play it out. Corbett does a good job to keep it in. Corbett now. Looking for options, finds McGrath. Puck almost out into the neutral zone, and Canton will reset. Both teams with a couple of shots early, Nick.
Oswego finally was able to get on offense a little bit, but it's been a lot of neutral zone and Canton offense.
This puck dumped all the way down for an icing. Just over 18 minutes left in this first period.
There hasn't been much hockey played so far, or only a couple minutes in here, but Canton's looked a lot more poised coming out. They've been looking sharp on offense, got some shots on goal. 2-1 is the shots on goal ratio so far.
A very strong defensive battle down in Canton. And Canton took that one 1-0. A shot comes in, and it's a goal for Zemlak. Top shelf, she beats Lenahan. It's 1-0 Oswego.
Top shelf, top right corner. That was a beautiful shot. It had speed, it had accuracy. What a play by Oswego. And this is what you talked about. If you want to alliterate on that more, you said that Canton, if they want to win tonight, they should get the first goal. So what do you think about Oswego scoring first?
Yeah, Oswego 9-4 now in games where they score the first goal. Could it be 10-4 for the Lakers, or can Canton fight back? 1-0 Lakers, an early goal here. As the puck dumped down, Zemlak with just her second goal of the season for Oswego. Puck in the neutral zone. Tadia will settle for Oswego. Van Dam. Play it into the zone. Good job by Canton defensively. And the Lakers with the delayed offsides. Cameron Barnes in her return to Oswego. A transfer to Canton in the previous year. Canton now behind Levy's net. As Valaket couldn't handle it. Tadia to Van Dam. Up into the neutral zone. Buxton can't keep hold of it. Now pinned right on the half board in front of Canton's bench. A couple players go down. No call by the referee. As it's Preston who will chip and chase for the Lakers. Pavlasova up to Small. And it's the captain, Emerton, who tries to dump it in for Canton. Now it's Parenti who takes a big hit. No call by the referee.
That was a surprise to not see a call there. She went flying. I didn't catch what happened, but she had airtime on that hit.
Shell can't keep hold of it. And Small with an on-man rush for the Kangaroos. A great defensive play by the Lakers and Leah Coley. And now Oswego can just settle in their own defensive end. 16 minutes to go in this first period. 1-0 Oswego. The goal from Zemlak. Pethrick tried to keep it in the zone. McGrath will settle in the neutral zone. Hit off the half board. And Canton trying to play possession, but Oswego doing a great job defensively early. Malone takes a big hit into the boards, no call. Corbett with an opportunity and a great block by Valaket. Malone plays it. High slot, and McGrath cannot, as she tried a slap shot there. Puck in the offensive zone for Canton. Shot comes in and a save by Lexi Levy. She's able to cover up.
If you want to talk about a player that's made an impact on the offense but is a defender, let's go to Rhea Zemlak, who just scored that goal. She's a defender, but she's made some pretty big impacts on the offense this season. That's just something you love to see. At least I do, a defender who can also help on the offensive side.
Definitely, Nick, a really strong player for the Lakers, as now up to 7 points on the season. Oswego trying to play out of their zone, but a good job by Canton to keep it in. Bednarik will settle. Kirk Costas and Bednarik not on the same page. Here comes Canton. Played McKinnon, tipped away. A shot comes in and it's blocked by Oswego. Now in the corner. Played around for Canton. As Jackson couldn't get it to anybody, Kirk Costas will go down ice for the Lakers. Matt Cole. The guys talked about the hot streak for Matt Cole before the game, looking for another point here. As Canton will move up ice. With Snook taken away by Leah Coley. Coley can't keep hold of it. Snook almost had an opportunity, has a man in front, and a shot is saved by Levy. A big opportunity there for Lalonde, the leading scorer for Canton so far this year.
Yeah, I'm impressed by Lexi Levy on how she tracked that, because that was a tough one to block. Not a super great shot, but it was kind of congested in there.
Tadia can't keep hold of it for Oswego, but a good chase by Sarah Muller. Kept in the zone by the Lakers. Coley will swing it around the end boards. Now up to the point. Zemlak's shot goes wide. Looking for another goal. And it's Lalonde who will take it up for Canton. Did not have the numbers there, the Kangaroos, and Oswego easily take it. Leighton will just dump it in as Canton will go for a change. 13 and a half here in this first period. 1-0 to Oswego. Shot comes in, blocked by the Lakers. And some offensive zone time here for the Kangaroos. Can they make something of it? As a penalty is going to be called. As a stick knocked out of the hands of an Oswego player. And it's going to be McGarity to go to the box for Canton.
Yeah, Oswego, let's see if they can capitalize here. Power plays are always a good opportunity. I talked about when they're a man down, they've been really good at killing the penalties. Let's see if Canton can do that against Oswego.
Oswego with the offensive zone face-off, and they go on the power play. Oswego have been struggling on the power play recently, but can they get a goal to change that as the puck watch out on the bench as Lalonde tried to dump it, and it went into Oswego's bench. No harm, no foul. And another offensive zone face-off for Malone. Malone and Lalonde go to battle. Lalonde wins this one. Young trying to get it out. Malone takes it. Corbett up to the point. Shell Over to McGrath. Back up to the point is Shell. Malone down to Corbett. Trying to find Mucha in front. Couldn't get it to her. Here's Corbett behind the net. Malone up to Shell. Malone. That's good defense by Canton and Lalonde. Corbett with an opportunity, a great kick save by Lenahan. Corbett. A shot comes in, blocked. An opportunity for Malone, and it goes over the net.
A lot of action for Oswego now. They might put one in here. They're pretty aggressive on this power play.
Malone to Shell. McGrath can't keep a hold of it. Back up to Malone. Shell. Opportunity and another save by Lenahan. With 40 seconds left on this man advantage for Oswego. Corbett. Opportunity in front and a great diving save by Lenahan. There's a couple opportunities. McGrath in there involved, but Lenahan really standing strong on this penalty kill.
Yeah, you got to give her props. That's so hard when you're on a power play to defend. And Oswego is ripping shots. They got plenty of shots in there. She stood strong, but it looked like there was a few missed opportunities by Oswego that also helped Canton not let one in there.
Ken now pinned up against the boards. Pavlasova trying to kill some time. Oswego have it. Bednarik at the point. Over to Hull. Just over 10 seconds left on this power play. Bednarik with a shot and a good block by Carocchio. As the penalty is expired, Canton back to even strength. A great penalty kill for the Kangaroos. Bednarik. Can't keep hold of it for Oswego, but Kirkostas will chase after it. Now in the corner, Kirkostas tried from a difficult angle, almost got it. It just goes wide. Puck pinging around here. And Canton are able to take it away. Dumped into the neutral zone. Zemlak pushing and shoving with a Canton player. It's McGarity.
It was a good effort by Zemlak. She didn't get there. They had a clear numbers advantage on Canton's side, so way to be aggressive and make a play in the neutral zone.
Opportunity for Snook, but good defense by Oswego. Maya Booth was there to stop it. Puck dumped all the way down, and it will go for an icing. 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes remaining here in this first period. 1-0 Oswego. A great goal by Rhea Zemlak, and it's 1-0 to the Lakers.
Yeah, Rhea Zemlak, great goal. A couple things I want to mention about that really quickly is that was assisted by Simone Bednarik. She is the leader of assists for Oswego this season, so nothing new there. She's been a really good contributor on the assist side.
You're right, Nick. A great playmaker for Oswego so far this year. Simone Bednarik. Cameron Barnes will settle it into the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Levy gets a touch on it and settles it for Booth. Dumped back in by Barnes. And played all the way down. It's going to go for another icing. As Oswego can't change here. Zemlak couldn't find anybody, but good defensive pressure there by Canton. Maybe a chip and chase game.
Yeah. That icing, is going to let both teams settle in here, but back-to-back icings. I think this game has looked – Oswego played the number – Cortland at the time was nationally ranked 15, and they played here 2 weeks ago. Oswego did not look this calm when they played Cortland. Oswego looks like they're playing really well tonight, and that's something you like to see when the playoffs are right around the corner and you're playing at your own home ice.
Of course, Oswego with the clinched playoff spot. Just looking for a strong push towards the end of the regular season here into the playoffs. A 3-game win streak for the Lakers. Puck played around. McGrath, an opportunity in front, and cannot find the stick of Corbett. Canton almost able to clear. Preston able to keep it in the zone. Lalonde dumps it into the neutral zone, and Preston will dump it back. Lenahan will settle. Now Canton move up ice. O'Keefe couldn't find anybody. Puck pinged around here into the neutral zone. Preston tried to dump it in, but Canton do a good job defensively once again. Lalonde and O'Keefe will dump it in. Kirkostas had it taken away, but Carocchio could not find anybody for Canton. Pinged off the end boards, a lucky bounce for Canton and an opportunity for Carocchio, but she skied it over. Now a battle just inside the blue line. It's Corbett and some players.
It's a party on the boards.
A bit of a brouhaha, you would definitely say here.
I would say that.
As finally,
they're gonna finally blow it.
The referees will blow it dead.
I just noticed that the Oswego, at least at home, they find themselves battling against the boards a lot. I don't know if there's any correlation there, but it's just something that I picked up on when watching these Lakers play.
Sorry, Nick, as Corbett comes to the bench with a smile on her face, pinning that one on the boards. Canton tried for an opportunity there, but Levy stood strong. With 7:49 remaining here in this first period, Zach Malamud, Nick Mason here on WTOP 10. Some Friday afternoon hockey to start your whiteout weekend of 2024. Lakers moving up ice quickly. As Hull couldn't get it to anybody. Now Bendarik swings it around the boards. Shell. Down to Hull. Looked for Bendarik in the slot, but a good defensive job by Canton. Moved into the neutral zone. And Ansel will dump it down for the Kangaroos. Shell behind the net. Over to Bendarik. On the half forward, it's Oswego trying to move up ice. Bendarik. McGarity will dump it in, and Coley will settle. Lakers have numbers here. Tadia. It's a 2-on-2. As Canton do a good job keeping the Lakers out of the zone. Almost a turnover there. Kangaroos a little bit lucky, as Panko almost gave it away. Petherick in the neutral zone for the Lakers. Buxton. Now up ice, Lizzie Burke. Odd man rush for Oswego. Burke over to Muller. Looked for an opportunity in front where Buxton was, but standing strong was Hanton. Opportunity for Petherick, and it's dished away by Lenahan. No clear opportunities in the last couple of minutes for either team, as the Lakers have it with Petherick. Giveaway. O'Keefe with a shot. It's blocked by the skate of an Oswego defender, who is Zemlak. Oh, a big hit into the boards as laid out there. And it will be a penalty. It's going to go on Zemlak. Really took a beating there to a Canton player.
I wonder if she paid for that bus ticket down to the ice. She got flat in there, but it's kind of something interesting to think about when you're talking about NCAA Division III women's hockey is hits like that. You know, sometimes you're not really not supposed to do that, so it's kind of fun when you see it because you don't see it too often.
I apologize. That was Petherick who went to the box for Oswego. And a man advantage for Canton. Can they take advantage of it? Down 1-0 here in the first. Up at the point is Pavlosova, looking for numbers. And Oswego is able to clear through Kenzie Malone. Minute 30 on the man advantage. A roughing penalty for Petherick. Kirkostas able to get it for Oswego. Now Preston, great move around the arm charge, and she dumps it down. Lenahan will settle behind the net. Good start to this PK for Oswego.
Yeah, 93% on the year at penalty kills, and Oswego obviously wants to make it, keep that percentage up here and not let a goal in.
Shell with the giveaway, but it falls onto the stick of Kirkostas. She dumps it all the way down. 45 left on the power play. Ken looking for one more rush here. That's good defensive play by Oswego. Now McGarity has it for the Kangaroos. Good defense by Zemlak, and she dumps it all the way down. And Canton really have not been able to get anything on this power play.
Yeah, not really any opportunity and not much execution.
Michaela Young with an opportunity in the slot. McGarity tried to get it on net, couldn't get there. There's a penalty about to expire, and Petherick is out of the box. Lakers back to even strength. As we're going to send it down to our man behind the glass, Jason Samsel. What do you got?
Well, guys, we've seen a lot of action quick. A minute 50 before the women have scored. We saw a goal by Rhea Zemlik, number 20, and it was her second goal on the year. 6 saves for Lexi Corvette, and guys, it has been aggressive for the Lakers offensively. They've taken 13 shots already in the period. Last game, they had just 10 shots in the period, so we've seen aggressiveness from the Lakers, and it's been impressive. Back to you guys.
Jason, yeah, great point there, as Corbett had a point-blank chance for Oswego. Could not put it home. Good save by Lenahan. But Jason talked about the aggression from Oswego, really coming out aggressive. A lot of shot opportunities, and they're really working hard on the offensive side.
Yeah, if you only are looking at the box score, you'll see that Oswego has 8 shots on goal, Canton has 5. A 3 difference in the first period might not seem like a lot, but not all shots on goal are created equally. Oswego's had more quality shots than Canton to this point.
Definitely. Quality over quantity. A big thing for Oswego right now, and they have the 1-0 lead. Bednarik. Hull. Kirkostas. Pavlasova able to take it away. Stuck in the corner now. Kirkostas. Tried to go to around the net and tried to put it in front off the backside of the net, and Canton will move the other way. Good defense by Oswego. Morris tried to dump it in, but it's going to be Oswego and Van Dam who do it on the other side. Tadia looking for a call there, known by the referee, and Canton will move up ice. Buxton with the takeaway. Valaket off the glass, and then off the boards for Canton, all the way down for O'Keefe. Maya Booth for Oswego. Almost a giveaway for the Lakers. Just under a minute and a half here remaining in this first period. An opportunity here for Tadia. Great move around the defender, but cannot catch up to it. As Snook dumps it in off the stick of Levy. She'll push it aside. Burke finds Buxton. Now into the zone, Muller. So we hit 1 minute remaining in this first period of play. A 1-0 lead for Oswego at the Deb. Burke. Zemlak. It's kicked away off the skate of O'Keefe. As Parenti went flying down, no call. A nice hip check there for Leah Coley. The Lakers with one last rush into the zone. A giveaway. Burke with an opportunity, and she slams it wide.
That was a golden opportunity, just not a good shot.
Canton definitely get away with one there. Barnes dumps it down. 10 seconds on the clock. Shell behind the net. Corbett up to Parenti. She'll just dump it in, and that will do it for the first period of play here in Oswego, as it was Rhea Zemlak really early in that first period who grabbed the opening goal, a 1-0 lead. And what a goal it was for Oswego. We talked about the offensive pressure in this first period. The Lakers really put it on. A lot of shots on goal here.
Yeah, Jason brought up the pressure, and yeah, Oswego's really putting it on. And besides the pressure, Oswego also added to their penalty kills another kill. And I mentioned 93%. Let's put that into perspective. So in the SUNYAC, that would be second place in the SUNYAC for penalty kill percentage. So that's a really good number for Oswego. They obviously managed to fend it off against Canton again. And one more point about Rhea Zemlak's goal. Actually, earlier in the month of January, she was SUNYAC's Player of the Week because of her offensive performance. That was earlier in January. So earlier in January, she was contributing on the offense. She won a SUNYAC Player of the Week. She scores another one today, so really good performance by Oswego so far.
And Jason Samsell down in the tunnel. Jason, what do you got? We apologize there as Jason was with Rhea Zemlak, the goal scorer, but an unbelievable period for Oswego. They really put the pressure on Canton there, but Oswego defensively very, very strong as well.
Yeah, not only strong defensively in even strength, but also in the when they're man down too. So Oswego's looking like a better team than they were earlier in the year. Before this 3-game winning streak, they were on a 3-game losing streak.
That will do it for the first period of play. We're going to send it to a break, and then the guys up on the perch will have you set for the first period intermission report. Stay tuned on WTOP 10 at the end of 1. It's Oswego 1, Canton 0.
Kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
La 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 la.
Breathe.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Trees.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades. as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
Excuse me, 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen. They become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Did you know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up with that one. Broadcast
Look
news.
at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
That weekend is well underway as Oswego starts out on top at the end of the first. Welcome back to WTOP 10 for your first intermission report. I'm Matt Sharamita, still joined by Alex Brooks and Sammy Sozio. Guys, a lot of action really fast there. Zemlak at a goal, minute 50 into it, her second goal of the season. Talk me through that goal. I mean, just a crazy hot start for the Lakers. Not much sense, though.
Yeah, great hot start for the Lakers, and that was something that Coach Digby came in and wanted to address. I mean, you look at that. That was top shelf goal for the Lakers, able to get that past Linehan, and it was something that the Lakers really needed. Last game against Morrisville, they weren't able to get anything until the third period where they awoke. A great start for the Lakers, starting off 1-0.
100%. I think the Lakers have a flair for the dramatic, but not this time. I was over there when the shot came off. I can tell you, it was electric. It was exciting what happened. You could tell that the Lakers were prepared. They were like the coach said. They wanted to be physically prepared, and I feel like they are this game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy, you went over there, got some poutine. Oh, what the heck just happened? That's how fast this game changed. I mean, Oswego took that 1-0 advantage really early. Not much sense. You mentioned Digby wanted to come into this game prepared because the last time out against Canton in that loss, he felt that they were physically not prepared. So far, they look ready to play today.
Yeah, they look ready to play. Their swagger is coming right off of that Morrisville game. I know I keep talking about that game, but that third period, it seemed like just a different Lakers team. I mean, we saw against Canton the previous game, they only had 16 shots total between both teams. Now they've blown that out of the water. So, Sammy, I mean, the Lakers coming in here, now Canton has to come play from behind, something that they're not used to against the Lakers.
Absolutely. I mean, they're kind of used to it because it's 11-2 start, but the last two games. But I really think the Canton defense is doing really good. I mean, they stopped 8 shots on goal, but their offense is lacking a little bit. I think, they need to come out of the locker room with a little more pep in their step and swagger if they want to end up beating the Lakers.
I absolutely agree. I think the Lakers have been playing great defensively, too. A lot of that, Lexi Levy, she has looked like a true netminder back there. We're going to look at this Lexi Levy performance here, the goalie full screen here. She just looked great. 6 saves so far in this one, Brooks. And that's kind of common here as we look at the goalie comparison for Lexi Levy in these last couple games.
Yeah, Lexi Levy from the third period on in Morrisville has just been dominating. Really just being a strong netminder for the Lakers. And it was actually in that previous game against Canton, it was Linehan versus Skavnak. So Coach Digby going with Levy, relying on the #1 netminder, and she has proved it, and she's playing on her head so far in this first period.
100%. Both goalies are, playing their hearts out, and even in the first quarter, I know that they both are playing to win. They both want to stop the goals. There were a couple times where it was like, man, they really got down and dirty on the ice, and I'm hoping to see that more throughout the game.
Yeah, what's awesome about this Lakers team is they have Skavnak, they have Levy, they have two great netminders that they can rely on night in, night out. Tonight they went with Levy because they saw Skavnak last time, but I don't want to discredit Lenahan. I mean, I know she let that one by her early, but she's also been playing great since. 6 saves with the Lakers peppering it so far early on in this game.
Yeah, I mean, going back to that previous game that Linehan didn't really receive much pressure. The Lakers turned it on in this first period, getting that strong start, really putting pressure to that top shelf goal by Zemlak. And it was something that for the Lakers, keep the strong start, keep playing your physical brand of hockey in this third period. Do not let up, because as anyone, Canton can come back. This 1-0 lead, it's very tight right now going in the second period.
100%. I think Canton was expecting to be not like a sweep, but like an easy couple goals. But the thing about the Lakers is they could lose, 6 games in a row and come back and like a Mack truck and smack them in the mouth. I feel like that's what's great about hockey. It doesn't matter how much you lose by or if you lose. And it comes back to how you respond to the loss.
Absolutely. The Lakers, they won 3 straight for Canton. They've lost 3 straight. They're not dealing with the loss the way the Lakers, they're able to be as resilient. But we'll take a look around the SUNYAC here. Morrisville, Buff State, that game going on at the end of the first. We'll look at that right now. Morrisville down 2-0 to Buff State right now.
I mean, that was something that, Sammy, you pointed out, that Buffalo State, they wanted to fight for not being last place, now up 2-0.
Actually,
what?
I want to say that graphic's wrong. It's Morrisville 2, Buffalo State 0.
I didn't want to say that, but Morrisville isn't really much a surprise. Buffalo State is, I think right now 0-13 in the conference. I mean, they're playing for their pride right now. Let's be real. They have 1 point. They're not making it. They need to rebuild for next year. But Morrisville right now, again, they're playing for their pride. They're playing for maybe by some stroke of God that they'll be able to come back to the conference and win.
Yeah, well, disregard what I said about Buffalo State. Now knowing that Morrisville is up 2-0, they are able to take, they lost against Oswego, now against Buffalo State, beating up on those lower opponents in Buffalo State, now really proven tonight that they want to go up big.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll take a look at our period summary over here in Oswego real quick, just to close this out. As you see, the shots very evenly matched right here, 8-6. Both netminders, as we mentioned, doing great. Brooks, talk to me about those face-offs, though.
Yeah, those face-offs important for both of these teams. Canton able to get the advantage 9-4 against this Lakers. It's all about when winning face-offs, it kind of is like a forgotten stat. But if you're able to win these face-offs, especially in an away opponent, a hostile environment, it can help you down the stretch.
Absolutely. I just put it in there. They are both 0-1 power plays, which could not bode well for both teams going on later in the period.
Yeah, very evenly matched contest so far. We'll see if that's the story in the next 2 periods. When we come back, more action right here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one. Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back inside the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as we get set for the second period of play. Oswego lead it 1-0 over Canton. Zach Malamud alongside Nick Mason. And Nick, we saw a lot of that first period. We talked about the aggression of Oswego coming out strong early.
Yeah, it looks like if you're judging just based off body language, Oswego, their bench looked pretty happy coming out. Canton looked a little stiff, maybe a little bit grumpy. So Oswego's definitely feeling the 1-0 lead right now.
Yeah, Canton maybe with a point to prove here in this second period. Of course, they're vying for that fourth and final playoff spot. Very close fourth, fifth, and sixth place in the SUNYAC. Oswego clinched last weekend. As we are back underway here at the Deb. Leitonen for Canton. Up to Ansel. She'll dump it in, and Levy will cover 19:40 on the clock here.
The Lakers are going to have to stay strong on defense. They already have the point, so yes, you still want to score, obviously, but if you can keep them from scoring, you can win with one goal, technically. So defense is probably going to be a bigger key here in the second period.
Definitely, Nick, as Pavlasova has one deflected and into the netting. And Nick, the guys on the perch talked a lot about Coach Mark Digby saying that they needed more aggression, more physicality. We saw a lot of physicality in that first period. Petherick ended up going to the box for a mean hit, but, the Lakers had that aggression.
Yeah, at least at home you can see aggression in Oswego. They always raised the level of intensity. When they played Cortland 2 weeks ago, there was actually someone, not from Oswego, but from Cortland, threw a punch. So you know that they keep it intense out there. And that's, since Coach wants them to do that, keep it up.
Definitely. As Canton dump it into the neutral zone, Coley will find Corbett. And up to Malone for the Lakers. Into the offensive zone. Good defensive play by Caroscio. Now it's Jackson. Chamonix Jackson. Into the offensive zone, tipped away by Hull. And the Lakers have it with Hull. She's got Bednarik in front. Bednarik got a tip on it, but didn't hit the net, just goes wide. And the Lakers with a good opportunity there. They'll keep it in the offensive zone. Shell kept it in. Hull down to Bednarik. Tried to find Shell back up at the point. What a good job by McKinnon.
Would have been nice to see Simone Bednarik put that one in. That's been her downfall this season. She leads the team in shots, but just can't seem to find the inside of the net this year.
Definitely, Nick, as Booth dumps it back in for Oswego. To Dia. And it's tipped in front. Mueller got a tip on it. She's down right behind Lenahan. Lenahan able to cover up. The shot came in from Bednarik. And an offensive zone faceoff for Oswego.
Sarah Mueller was just inside of the Cannon's goal somehow, so that was a funny sight to see. Something that we probably want to look at here is Mac Hull. We were pointing her out coming into this game. No points so far. Obviously 2 periods to go, but that's someone that we might want to keep an eye on because she could come into play here pretty soon.
Definitely is. A big hit there, and Tadia went down. No call by the referee as they're letting them play today. As Lalonde can't get it out for Canton. Pressure put on by Mueller. It's a good play by Buxton. She's pinned on the sideboards. And now Canton try to clear it out. And they finally get it as Snook is taken down middle of the ice, and a delayed penalty coming up for Oswego. This is dumped in, and Buxton will touch up on it. Snook with a nasty fall. Looks like she's okay. But Canton will go back on the power play here. 0 for 1 on the day. As we look back at that mean hit from Oswego. And it's going to end up being Tadia who goes to the box.
Yep, this is going to be Canton's opportunity here. It's really their job to take advantage of this, because the sooner they get one, sooner they can score a goal, the better for them, at least for the mental state of the team.
Puck moved around. Jackson with an opportunity, and it just goes wide of Levy's net. First clear opportunity on the power play of the day for Canton. Van Dam lost it. McGarity with an opportunity and a great save by Lexi Levy. Oswego unable to clear. It's Panko. Over to Young. Young gets it back. A shot comes in, and Levy has stood strong all day in Oswego's net. Gets a great save there.
That one was going directly, just right down the middle between her legs. Somehow she stopped that just before it went in. That was a close one. Canton put up a few nice shots there, so you might be worried, but with a goalie like Lexi Levy, maybe you're not as worried as you should be.
It's an issue with the clock here, as the referees will talk to the scorers table, but Canton definitely put it on the pressure here, more than their first power play. We talked about both of these teams really struggling with the power play. Canton have had some really good opportunities here.
They had some good opportunities. I'm surprised nothing went in there, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. Oswego always has great goalie play.
As the clock issue has been solved. Minute 17 left on the man advantage for Canton. It's now back up to the point. O'Keefe. She'll find Pavlasova, and Snook had it taken away. Oswego with a break here, 2-on-2. Bednarik with Kirkostas. Bednarik puts it for Kirkostas. Couldn't get a shot off cleanly, and it forces Lenahan to cover up. A good job there by the Oswego penalty kill, forcing a defensive zone faceoff on this power play.
Good. Honestly, that was good by the goalie, because that could have went out of control very fast. 2 Oswego players coming at you almost full speed. Just good awareness to know where the puck's at.
We have some more clock issues here at the Deb. Clock not treating us nicely here today.
No.
As the start of whiteout weekend here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Zach Malamud alongside Nick Mason right here on WTOP 10. It was Rhea Zemlak, if you're just joining us, who got the first period goal with about 18 minutes left in the first period. A really early goal for Oswego. Haven't been too many opportunities for either team, but Canton have had some clear ones on this last power play. Oswego in this second period need to focus more offensively and maybe put the pressure on a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I think Oswego hasn't had the aggression they came out with in the first period. That could just be game plan, but unlikely. You still want to score goals. A fun story is the 2 leading scorers on Oswego, the most points, are Mac Hull and Ashlyn McGrath. Every game, at least for home games, I'm not sure about away, but those 2 share a pregame ritual of listening to the song Bad Girls together before they come and play a game of hockey. And maybe that song has something to do with those 2 being the lead scorers. They both had 17 points coming into today's game, so I don't know. There could be some correlation there.
Definitely, as the 2 top scorers for Oswego. Really with a great pregame ritual to get them going, get them locked in for every single game. As the clock issues, hopefully, have finally been solved here. 55 left on the power play for Canton. So now into the zone, a shot comes in just wide of Levy's net. Lalonde had the opportunity. Puck cleared out, and a 1v1 for Kirkostas. Kirkostas with the shot. Glove save by Lenahan. Dropped in front of her. And O'Keefe will take it. Now Anzel with a shot. Another great save by Lexi Levy. And a couple of odd man rushes for both teams. But the netminders have been really, really solid today.
Yeah, they just traded shots there. Both shots were kind of right at the goalie, but even with that, Oswego almost doubling shots on goal of Canton still. So that's something to keep in mind, especially that Oswego's man down right now. That
just over 20 seconds left on the PK for the Lakers, and they win the defensive zone faceoff. Mucha tried to clear it, and Preston finally does. And that should just about do it for Canton's second power play of the game. Good pressure by Burke on the PK. Mucha with it in the offensive zone. She'll kill some time. And the Lakers return to full strength. Mucha. A 1-on-5 here for Mucha. Just tried to pin it in the zone. Parenti couldn't keep hold of it. Burke keeps it in. Parenti will go back around. Finds Burke behind the net who can't get to it. Panko settles for Canton. Pinned up in the corner. Mucha almost came out with it. But it's Canton who will dump it into the neutral zone. Rhea Zemlak looking for Parenti. And it's dumped down. It's going to go for an icing and an offensive zone faceoff for the Kangaroos.
It's been lonely in the neutral zone this game. It seems like one team's on offense at all times. Not a lot of slow play development. It's just back and forth. And Oswego still hasn't really picked up their aggression that they had in the first period. Canton's been the more aggressive team so far in the second.
I agree, Nick. Definitely has slowed down a little bit for the Lakers, maybe due to that penalty kill.
Yep.
It's Petherick to Burke, trying to get it out of the zone. Petherick will dish it off to Hull. Hull will dump it in right next to Lenahan's net. An opportunity. Petherick hits the side netting. A close one there, as it was left in front for Oswego. Canton will move it up ice into the neutral zone. Shell comes off the bench for the Lakers. And a giveaway. And a 2-on-1 for Canton. The shot comes in. McKinnon is denied. Or that was Lehtinen. Excuse me. Lexi Levy standing strong once again. And the Lakers will have an on-man rush of themselves. It's Buxton to Mueller, who can't get a touch on it. And we might be going the other way. As Anzel with an opportunity. Snook with a shot. Saved by Levy. Rebound in front. And Levy denied it once again. Lalonde. Snook in front. Mueller clears it away. And take a breath here as both teams trading off odd man rush opportunities. Snook up to Young. Young's shot from the point. And Levy stood strong once again.
That was some serious action on both ends of the ice there. High intensity. We had some good shots too, some fast shots. Both goalies stood strong.
So a couple of opportunities. Levy really standing strong there in front of the net. It's now puck behind the net. Lalonde. Van Dam in there for Oswego, and she comes out with it. She'll take it back around the net for Preston. And the Lakers move up ice. Corbett to McGrath. Malone almost had an opportunity there, but it's tipped away into the sideboards, and Canton will move back the other way. Dumped behind the net, chip and chase for the Kangaroos. Van Dam almost gave it away, but she finally finds Corbett. And McGrath at center ice gives it away to O'Keefe. O'Keefe on the backhand, denied by the pads of Lexi Levy. Cameron Barnes pushed away by Van Dam. Small with an opportunity, and it was blocked by the leg of Kenzie Malone. Lakers doing a good job of getting in front of shots so far today, and almost a giveaway. and onto the stick of Emerton. Didn't get enough on it, and Levy is just able to calmly cover it up.
Yeah, if that shot was going any faster, that would have been a tough one to block there because it was right off the deflection there. So great job by Lexi Levy. I know I've already talked about the good job she's done so far, but it's been a lot more intense the second period, and she stood strong.
So Lakers trying for the defensive zone faceoff. Canton comes out with it, though. Hansen, a tip in front. Emerton almost got a touch on it, and the captain almost tied this one at 1. Hansen, as a couple players go down. Kirkostas can't get it for Oswego. Dump back down into Oswego's defensive zone. Booth will chase. Over to Zemlak on the other side. Zemlak around a couple of defensemen. And Canton have it. Hansen. Lost it to Mucha. Pavlasova back around Canton's net. Into the neutral zone. Shell trying to clear it out. A couple opportunities, and now McKinnon with the slapper that goes wide. Didn't test Levy too much there. Mucha in the offensive zone for the Lakers. And McKinnon will hit it off the glass all the way down into Oswego's defensive zone. Shell will get to it. Shell lost her footing. And an opportunity, Leighton couldn't put it in front. Another opportunity for Canton, and it goes just wide. Shot coming in from Carosio.
The shots are racking up here in the second period. Both teams are just taking a lot of shots. Not all of them are on goal, but a lot of shots.
I was going to say, Nick, we saw a lot of opportunities as Levy covers it up in that first period where Oswego had the clear better of the opportunities, but Canton's really stepped up their game, picked up the aggression. They've had some really good opportunities, probably the better ones of the teams here in the second period.
Yeah, it's obvious that there's been a change of intensity, and for Canton, that's a good thing for Oswego. Don't be nervous. Match that intensity like Coach Digby's been asking of these Lakers.
As Oswego will settle in the defensive zone. Buxton and Preston cleared it out. Moeller blocks that one on center ice. Preston and then Buxton will clear Oswego going for the change. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second period of play. Still 1-0 Oswego on Rhea Zemlak's first period goal. Zach Malamud alongside Nick Mason here on WTOP 10. Thank you for joining us here for some Friday afternoon hockey on the shores of Lake Ontario. McGrath for Oswego. Up to Corbett and into the bench as a nice duck there by Coach Mark Digby. Watch out there. But he did a good job of it. He definitely avoided that one.
Oswego players are committing treason. That's the second puck heading towards their own bench.
9 minutes on the dot here, remaining in this second period. And Canton win the faceoff in the offensive zone. But a good job by McGrath. And they got 2-on-2. McGrath and Corbett, what a move by McGrath. Couldn't complete it. And O'Keefe was able to get to it for the Kangaroos. Tried the spectacular there, Ashlyn McGrath. Almost pulled it off. Benerick and Kirkostas with an opportunity, and she skies it over the net. Off the glass behind Lenahan's net. Oswego with a great opportunity there.
She wanted the top shelf, but just a little too top. Right over the goal there, but that was a good opportunity by Oswego.
Pethrick back around Levy's net. Good pressure by Jackson and Canton. Hull into the neutral zone. She'll dump it down for the Lakers. Lenahan leaves it for Carosio. Mucha. Good job by Pavlasova. Canton moved the other way. Passwaters. Good defending by Shell to block Passwaters off. Mucha into the neutral zone. Parenti can't keep a hold of it. Pavlasova will dump it back in. 7.5 to go in this second period. An opportunity in front, and Jackson couldn't get a good enough stick on it. Puts it back in front. Nobody home for the Kangaroos. Burke gets it into the neutral zone. Coley back to Shell. And she'll swing it back as Oswego go for a change. Preston. Moeller will dump it down. A battle on the end boards. Put in front. Nobody there. Once again, an opportunity. Hull just shot it wide. I don't think she got a clean stick on it, but a great opportunity for Mac Hull. Van Dam keeps it in for Oswego. Buxton tries to put it in front, blocked away by Pavlasova. Now Hull on the sideboards. And it's tipped out in front. Canton moved the other way. And Zell with a shot denied by Lexi Levy. Some opportunities for both teams here, Nick, but nobody can really find the back of the net right now.
Yeah, nobody's been able to find the goal since the first period, but what a game to watch. This is great offensive. They're not scoring, but great offensive execution by both teams. Great goalie play by both teams since the first period. Great defense, too. So it's good hockey being played, just not many goals.
We're going to send it down to our man on the sideline, Jason Samsel. What do you got?
As you guys can see, things are heating up on the ice. It is a physical, chippy game out there. We talked about the aggressiveness from the Lakers early on, but how about the aggressiveness from Canton in this second period? The Kangaroos already have 16 shots in this period. First period, they had 13 shots all game, but Mac Hull is standing strong. Laker defense standing strong and holding Canton scoreless. That's going to be all from me, guys. Back to you up on the perch.
Yeah, great stuff, Jason. It's Canton definitely been the more aggressive team here in this second period. A lot of opportunities, but not many on goal here for the Kangaroos. A lot of shots. And Levy stood strong as McGrath will dump it in for Oswego. They'll go for a change. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this second period. Lalonde pins it in the zone for Canton, but Oswego take it away. Almost a rush for Hull. She'll try to catch up to it, and it's going to be behind the net. Had an opportunity to put it back in front. Emerson takes it away for the Kangaroos, and they have an odd man rush. But Lauren Shell standing strong for the Lakers. A giveaway by Shell. Emerson in front. Small had nobody home, but if there was somebody there for the Kangaroos, would have been right on the doorstep. As Carocchio. Small tried to find the stick of Carocchio. A couple players go down. No call by the referee. Emerson gave it away to Parenti. A 2-on-1 for Oswego. Parenti, rebound, Mucha puts it home, and Oswego get their second of the game. It's 2-0 Lakers. Mucha with the goal.
The Lakers, great. The Lakers just did what Canton couldn't do. Canton had an opportunity to, had a nice assist opportunity, but there was nobody trailing. Oswego got a shot on goal, but they had someone trailing. They were able to score the goal on the second rebound.
A huge giveaway from Canton there, and the rebound right there for Tessa Mucha. And Oswego have a 2-0 lead. Mucha with her 6th goal of the season for the Lakers. And it's going to be an icing. And that's a big confidence booster for Oswego, taking that 2-0 lead. Nobody was able to find the back of the net since early in this one when Zemlak took the lead for Oswego. But finally, they get another breakthrough and a 2-0 lead for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's big for Oswego because we're almost around the second break. Going into the third period, only 4 minutes left, so they can carry this momentum into the third period if they play good defense here.
So Mooch's name rings around the Deb for a 2-0 lead for the Lakers. And Canton going to have to come back down from 2. Ansel, Young, and it's blocked by the jersey of Parenti. She'll move up ice and just chip it down. Burke will chase after it, along with Valaquette for Canton. Good job by Burke as the Lakers get a change. Pinned up against the end boards. Hull back up to the point is Zemlak. Back down to Hull. Valaquette tried to get it past Buxton, but Buxton stood strong. Petherick keeps it in. Back around Lenahan's net. And a giveaway almost for Oswego. Ansel on the chase along with Petherick. And Ansel takes a swing at it. Didn't get any contact on the puck, but no call by the referee. Pavlasova will dish it down, and Levy pushes it aside. As Hull will chase down after this one. Hull has a man in front. Mueller cannot get it to her. Shell will just dump it in for Oswego. 2.5 to go in this second period of play. Corbett. The Lakers went in too early, a delayed offside. Now Canton with an opportunity. As Jackson pulled it back too late there. And we have an offside face-off in the neutral zone. But now if you're Canton, Nick, you got to come back down from 2. We do talk about it in sports. 2-goal lead is not the easiest to hold on to. So actually the hardest lead to hold on to. But Canton now just got to find some goals and get past Lexi Levy here.
Yeah, that's what they say. 2 goals is the most dangerous, but you always like to have the lead either way. So Oswego shouldn't be too worried because Canton hasn't proved that they can score in the Deb yet.
As Lalonde tries to dump it in, and Levy could not cover it up. Lalonde with an opportunity, tries to put it back in front of wraparound there, but nobody home, and good defense by the Lakers. Push back down. Canton will have it with O'Keefe. Back up ice for Lalonde. Now it's Valaquette. Valaquette with a shot. It's blocked by Lauren Shell. Lalonde with an opportunity on the backhand goes wide. Tries to put it back in front. And it goes to the sideboards where Hull is able to clear for the Lakers. Delayed offsides for the Lakers. Hansen will get it for Canton. And Barnes dumps it into the neutral zone. Now it's Van Dam. To Preston, as we're going to hit 1 minute remaining in this second period. 2-0 Oswego. Goals from Mucha as well as Zemlak so far today. Hansen couldn't find anybody. Van Dam takes it for the Lakers into the neutral zone and back down to Hansen. Just under 40 seconds remaining. Booth. She'll dump it into the neutral zone. Here's McGarity. Canton looking for one last rush here to make it only a 1-goal lead for the Lakers. An opportunity here and a save by Lexi Levy. As right on the doorstep was Ansel. Don't believe she got enough on it to really test Levy there. And the Lakers catch a break. Burke, as well as another, will pin it up on the half boards and clear down. That will do it for the second period of play. A goal from Tessa Mucha in the later stages of that second period gives Oswego a 2-0 lead. And Nick, now it's attention over to Canton because they got to find a way to get past Lexi Levy. They have not been able to do that so far today.
Yeah, is it possible? We don't know. Lexi Levy's pretty good. It might be impossible to get one past her today. But Canton might come out a little bit nervous because 2 goals in 1 period is what they need to at least make it a tie. But they want the win because Potsdam's creeping right up behind them in the SUNYAC standings. Only 4 teams making the playoffs. Canton might come out a little bit scared in the 3rd period because they need to try to pull out a win here.
As it's going to be a really interesting 3rd period of play, and we'll have the 2nd intermission report pretty soon. But first, we're going to send it down to our man in the tunnel, Jason Samsell. What do you got?
As I'm here with number 12, Tessa Mucha. Tessa, you scored your 6th goal of the season. What was that like? What are your thoughts on that?
Obviously exciting. I mean, I owe that all to Erica. She made a beautiful play, drove wide, had a beautiful shot. All I had to do was tap it in. So
it's been a chippy 2nd period. What are your thoughts on the physicality that Canton brought and the intensity they brought in the 2nd half? Now you girls responded.
Well, we kind of figured it was going to be a physical game with them. It always has been, but it's definitely been chippy today. The puck's bouncing. Things aren't exactly going our way, but we made sure to focus on D zone so we can carry it over into offensive zone. So hopefully we'll do that in the 3rd as well.
Are you going to close things out and come away with the win here tonight?
Obviously, we got this one.
Exactly. Number 12, Tessa Mucha, congratulations. Best of luck to you. And that's going to do it for this 2nd period. We'll be right back after this break.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you to Tessa. And great stuff there from Tessa Mucha. Gets her 6th goal of the season and a great period overall for Oswego. They get the 2-0 advantage here, Nick.
Yeah, Oswego, you have to just don't lose the game at this point. They don't have to do anything spectacular. They just need to play defense.
As that will do it for the 2nd period of play. We'll take it to a break, and then the guys up on the perch will have you covered for the 2nd intermission report. Zach Mellon and Nick Mason. Stay tuned here on WTOP 10. Oswego 2, Canton 0.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one.
Matthew.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
La la la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
We'll deep dive into our feelings and our real talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
Excuse me, 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen. They become briefly
Two down, 1 to go. A 2-0 lead for Oswego. Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena here on WTOP 10. I'm Matt Sharamita, joined by Alex Brooks and the very tall Sammy Sozio. I mean, look at this height difference. I don't know if you've noticed all game. It's nuts. But anyway, what's also nuts is what just happened moments ago. A great period for the Oswego State Lakers. I want to shout out our VP of Prod and also our technical director, Scott Brubaker. You know, he spent a lot of time in Australia. I'm sure he's seen a lot better kangaroos out there. We're going to take a look at our full screen summary right here for the last period. Just Oswego going up 2-0 here, as you see here. And what we're seeing is Oswego really doing well with the power play kills, Alex.
Yeah, they're really doing well with the power play kills. And, you know, the lights just went on here on the perch, and the lights went on into this second period for the Lakers being up 2-0. We see the power play, you know, a little bit of struggle for both Canton and Oswego, but you see the face-offs there. Canton up 6 on the face-off, Sammy, but it's all for naught right now.
100%. I think that the Kangaroos, if they want a chance of winning this game, or even, you know, putting a point in the board, let's take small steps first. They're gonna have to take advantage of the power plays, because 0-2 is not boding well for them going into the third period.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities missed by Canton right there, being down 0 for 2. They got to clean that up in the third period.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with you. You know, just not being able to take advantage of those opportunities on the power plays. Oswego, they're doing a great job when they're shorthanded. But also Oswego, Tessamucha, Sammy.
I know.
Sammy, how about Tessamucha?
What can I say, man? I was right, Brooks was wrong, but let's just give me a second. Tessamucha, I told you, man, she's the spark that Oswego needs to get off the bench. I think now that we can see a lot more goals from Oswego. Maybe Brooks' prediction can become right now.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that Tessamucha goal. I mean, Brooks, he said that he's right, you're wrong. You've been wrong a lot today. That 4-3 game not looking promising. But anyway.
All right, you guys don't need to gang up on me all the time. But anyway, yes, Tessamucha, 6th goal on the season. The rebound bounce off. And as Tessamucha said with Jason Samsel, they were tap it in, a tribute to Carl Weathers there. And for Tessamucha, able to get a goal in there, 2 periods, 2 goals, 2-goal lead. But we know as much as anybody, a 2-goal lead in hockey is one of the most dangerous leads. So, Sammy, third period, they got to keep it going, keep scoring, and keep Canton on their toes.
100%, absolutely. I think that the Kangaroos need, you know, some sort of, not miracle, but some sort of snowball effect to get the ball rolling. Otherwise, that they're just gonna be out of the game, and that's gonna not bode well for their next couple of games coming up.
A snowball effect would be very fitting for Whiteout Weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who's looked like a big giant snowball, kind of blocking everything back there in the net? Lexi Levy.
Oh.
She has looked outstanding, locking up between the pipes. We'll look at the battle of the net miners here, full screen graphic. Lexi Levy, she's getting peppered back there and just kind of holding her own.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Lexi Levy, and as you mentioned, she's holding her own. Now 4 straight scoreless period going back into that Morrisville game. Lexi Levy is really playing well right now, 15 saves. But, you know, for Canton, Sammy, it's kind of like the opposite from the last game. You know, for the Canton goalie was able to really shut down. Now Lexi Levy doing the same here in Oswego.
100%. I think that the Kangaroos really need to lock in, for lack of better words, because right now 2-0, you said that's the most dangerous scores in hockey, because they still have a chance to come back, but if their goalie's down at the top of their game, they're out. They're done.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, she's been great all game. Between the pipes, and I mean, for Oswego, they've just been able to get everyone involved today, whether it's their goalkeeper or just everyone else on the ice. you haven't seen a lot of the MAC attack, as you said earlier. We haven't seen that today, and Canton's done a great job limiting Oswego and the hot hands, and everyone else has really stepped up. Tessamucha and then Zemlak earlier, and a lot of it comes down to the aggression that they've shown today. They've been playing a really physical game with a lot of huge hits here. Only 3 trips to the sin bin though, but still very physical game, especially for women's hockey. You don't see it often. It's very physical out there on the ice today.
Yeah, very physical, really fitting for this whiteout weekend here for the women's hockey team. But we see for Canton, they need to be more physical. They need to dominate whenever they have the possession of the puck because, it's getting late early. This third period, obviously you're only down 2. You still have a shot, but, going into this third period, you only scored 1 goal against Oswego, really shutting them down. Now you got to come back and crawl back in third period.
They're not fading out yet, but it's almost out of arm's reach. If Oswego gets 1 or 2 more goals, I don't think that the Kangaroos can come back. But that doesn't mean that they're out. I mean, the Kangaroos, again, like I said, hockey is one of the best sports because you could lose one game and then come back and punch someone in the mouth the next game, and then you win, and then you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, the Kangaroos, what they do best is bounce, and we'll see if these Kangaroos bounce back right here. But we'll take a look around the SUNYAC real quick. This Buff State and Mobile game, the Stangs, they're stanging in Buff State. Well, they're stanking, for lack of a better term. It's 3-0 over there. Brooks, what are you seeing?
Yeah, the Mustangs taking care of the Bengals 3-0 now, and it seems like, the theme between Oswego and Canton, power plays. They're not getting much on the power plays. Penalty kill doing well for both of these teams. But, I mean, for Morrisville right now, being up 3-0, they got an outside shot into the playoffs. I mean, they have to pretty much win out and hope they get some help from Potsdam and Canton. But, Sammy, I mean, Buffalo State right now, I'm kind of surprised that they're not really playing really up to their standard because, I mean, obviously they haven't won a game, but they're not really playing spoiler as I would expect from them.
Oh, 100%. I think that right now, obviously Buffalo's faded out. I think they need to go into almost like a rebuilding period where they need to, get some more practice, maybe take some more time off and think about what is really important to them, what they want to work on in the offseason, and even during the next couple seasons.
Absolutely. I mean, we got 2 shutouts here in 2 games through 2 periods. We'll see if that story continues in the third period. For right now, I'm Matt Shermita, Alex Brooks, Sammy Sozio. We'll see you on the other side of the third period here on WTOP 10.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen. They become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back inside the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as at the start of the third period. It's 2-0 Oswego State over SUNY Canton. Zach Malamud alongside Nick Mason. Should be a really good third period to play here. Canton need to find ways to find some goals here.
Canton needs to find something early. They need to take shots early and often. They need to score pretty early. They're down 2. And something Canton has done well is win faceoffs. So they're 60-40 percentage split towards Canton. If they can keep doing that and keep controlling the puck, they'll get shots, but they need one soon.
There's a couple pucks pinging around here as Oswego with an opportunity almost, but Canton able to clear it away. McGarity will send it all the way down, and Zell chases after it. No icing on the play. Van Dam pinned up against the boards, gets it out. Burke up to Corbett. Corbett almost got it out of the zone. Good job by Canton to keep it in, and Michaela Young, and right into the path of Lexi Levy, who covers up. 19:09 remaining here in this third period, and we talk about it from the Canton side. They need to find goals. Oswego, how do you continue to stop them defensively?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Canton really hasn't had. Sure, they were a little more aggressive last period, but they haven't really had too many scoring opportunities. Oswego just needs to keep playing Oswego hockey. They're a better team at home, and it's evident they lost their away game to these guys earlier in the season. It's a different team when you play someone at home versus away.
Oswego definitely with the home ice advantage here as they got an on-man rush. McGrath with a shot. Believe off the mask of Lenahan in net. No reaction there, just pushed it aside, no problem, and it's still 2-0 the Lakers. As puck still in the offensive zone, Malone will hit it off the glass, and the Lakers will go for a change. Valaket lost it to Corbett, who dumps it back down. Bednarik gets on her horse, and gets to it, but the Lakers give it away. It's Lalonde with an opportunity here, gets around Booth. Lalonde with a shot, and it looked like it almost snuck into the top of the net there, almost top shelf, but it hits the side netting in the end.
I thought that was in. I thought that was a snipe. Luckily, it wasn't for Oswego, but that was a good opportunity, a good move to get an open shot, and just barely missed that one.
It's a good opportunity there for Lalonde, the leading goal scorer for the Kangaroos so far this season, with 12 of them. Almost had another there. As Canton will move back up ice. It's Hansen. Dumps it in the zone. As puck pinged around, Zemlak knocked down, no call. An opportunity in front, Jackson trying to find McKinnon, but McKinnon couldn't get it to her. As McKinnon puts it back in front, nobody home for the Kangaroos. Now puck finally settled down into the neutral zone, and Kirkostas will ping it off the boards. Hull will dump it in. Lakers go for a change. Barnes around the sideboard now, and a battle on the boards as Jackson's in there, Muller's in there for Oswego. Lakers come out with it. Preston over to Van Dam. Van Dam, the shot tip in front by Tadia. It goes wide of Lenahan's net. Barnes tries to clear it out. Preston does a good job to keep it in. Lakers putting on the pressure. Tadia was looking for Buxton behind her. It wasn't there. Preston tried to keep it in, and offsides for Oswego. Face off in the neutral zone, 16-19 remaining in the third.
Still time for Canton to do something here, obviously, with hockey. For your mental state, for a Canton player, you want to score soon. But in hockey, you can score 2 goals within a minute easily, so the game's not over until, the time runs out.
Canton dump it back into the neutral zone, and they have a break. McGarity trying to catch up to it, and a great chase by Helen Van Dam, who gets to it for the Lakers. And Van Dam will settle in Oswego's defensive zone. Over to Preston. Good pressure by Canton, and they keep it in. Leitonen. And now across to Ansel. Ansel with a shot, almost there for the rebound was McGarity, but didn't see it quick enough. Lakers try and clear it out. Good job by Canton to keep it in, and it finally is dumped into the neutral zone. with Emerton chasing after it. Carocchio up to Anzel. Anzel kick saved away by Levy. As it looked like a stick went up flying there, no call by the referee. McGrath took the end of that one. Van Dam back around the net and dumped off by Corbett all the way down for an icing. 15:01 left on the clock here in this third period. Zach Malamud alongside Nick Mason, and Ken with a couple of opportunities here. They really need to test Levy even more. They almost had a rebound opportunity that could help them in this third period.
I agree. We're continuing to see the energy that Canton brought in the second period. Something that I found interesting is one of my keys to tonight's game for Oswego was they need to shoot more. Going into the third period, starting it, so by the end of the second period, Oswego and Canton were within one shot of each other. So Oswego has kept up with the shots on Canton, and that's evident. They've scored 2 goals. So unfortunate for Canton that they're not getting, good shots, but Oswego's done their part.
As a shot comes in off the face-off, and O'Keefe tested out Levy there, but nothing seems to stir up Lexi Levy. She's just stone cold in that Oswego net.
Yeah, she does. She looks unbothered.
As the Lakers win the defensive zone faceoff. Corbett could not get it out. Shot comes in wide of Levy's net. McGrath will bring it the other way. She loses it in the neutral zone. Snook will dump it back down for the Kangaroos. Shell chases it after it. Back behind Levy's net. Shell lost it, and Levy, fortunate enough to be paying attention there and is able to cover it up. But another offensive zone face-off for the Kangaroos here. So they're putting on the pressure in this third period, trying to come back from a 2-goal deficit. Alexi Levy, only 1 goal allowed in each of her last 3 games. She's been very, very strong recently for Oswego, a big key to the Lakers' 3-game win streak into this one. Carocchio will dump it back in for the Kangaroos. Zemlak. And Kirkostas got a tip on it. Now into the neutral zone, Pavlosova. Lost it to Zemlak. Bednarik. Good play by Carocchio. Stepping up. Petherick gets a tip on that one, and she'll settle for the Lakers. It's Kirkostas. Looking for Bednarik. Couldn't get to it. Lakers go for a change there. A little bit close there. As Petherick will get it back. Zemlak hits off of Small. Now pinned up against the boards. And Tadia will have it for the Lakers. Puck pinging around here, 13-15 to go in the third. Tadia. Dumps it back down behind Lenahan's net. Puck pinging around into the corner is Emerton, as well as Tadia. As Emerton slams down Tadia, and the referees let him play again. Valaket. As Tadia lost a edge there, and Canton may have a break. It's Jackson. Moeller lost her stick. Jackson back around the net. Tries to put it in the slot, and good defense by the Lakers to push it out.
A whole lot of nothing the last 2 minutes, just back and forth, neutral zone battle, which we didn't see much earlier in the game.
As an opportunity for Parenti, and she loses the puck, and Canton will move back with it. But you're right, Nick, a lot of nothing really to start this third period. Oswego's okay with that. Canton on the other end trying to find some goals to get back into this one.
Canton's got to be frustrated with some of the shots they've had. They've had opportunities. They've had nice shots. Lexi Levy just not letting them have anything. So it gets frustrating after a while when you're having the opportunities. You just can't seem to let them can't seem to score.
Definitely, as it's dumped down for an icing. And Oswego with an offensive zone faceoff here. It's Canton with some tired legs that Oswego can maybe take advantage of. 11:48 here left in this third period. Zach Malamud alongside Nick Mason here for some Friday afternoon hockey at the Deb right here on WTOP 10. Corbett tried to put it in front for McGrath. Couldn't get a stick on it. Barnes behind the net. Gives it up to McGrath. Corbett will push it back up to the point for Booth. Slapped down by Corbett. Malone in the corner. Good defense by Barnes. Now pushed around again. Passwater was there. Now Preston. Hansen. Off the half boards, and Hull was able to grab it. Oswego caught in a change, and I believe it's going to be a too many men on the ice for Oswego. It definitely will be, it looks like.
Yeah, that was some just sloppy, just execution. I don't know what happened there. There seemed like there was some confusion on players coming in and out, and they ended up getting that called on them. So Oswego, uncharacteristic of them, especially at their own home ice.
Yes, it will be Tadia who serves it for Oswego. A too many men on the ice penalty for the Lakers, and Canton with their third power play of the game. They're 0 for 2 so far today, but need a goal to get back into this one. Here's O'Keefe. O'Keefe with a shot, and it just goes wide of Levy's net. And it's back into the neutral zone. Lalonde looking for Snook. Good clearance there by Kirkostas. Pavlasova over to O'Keefe. Good job on the PK for Oswego. Now bringing it in is Anzel. Tipped away by the Lakers and Shell. Back around. Zemlak clears it all the way down. Lakers will go for a change. And a good start to this PK for the Lakers. Anzel to Lalonde. Lalonde looking for options. Lalonde a wraparound, and it's in the net. What a play as Danica Lalonde breaks one home. A power play goal for Canton. And just like that, it's a whole new ball game here. It's 2-1 Oswego.
That changes everything. One goal, that is, you don't feel as safe with one goal compared to two. And we mentioned earlier that a 2-0 lead is the most dangerous lead, and it's looking like Canton might have the momentum here. That was a sneaky little shot, as you see in the replay here. Sneaks it right back door behind Lexi Levy.
Beats Lexi Levy 5-hole there, and Canton, just like that, it took one opportunity. And it's a whole new game here at the Deb. Just under 10 minutes to go. It's 2-1 Oswego. Lalonde with her 13th, team-leading 13th goal of the season. 17th point of the season. Shell. Cross to Coley, who almost gave it away. Jackson with a good stick on it. Shell's got it for the Lakers. Mucha into the neutral zone. Shell to Mucha and Parenti. Lakers will go for a change. Parenti to Kirkostas. Kirkostas will bring it high slot and tipped out of the zone. Good defense by the Kangaroos and McGarity. Parenti. Valaket as Hull behind the net. Can't find anybody. Michaela Young back around McGarity. Now Jackson moving up ice and into the offensive zone. It's a good takeaway by the Lakers. Here's Kirkostas. Lakers on a rush here. Gerkassis flings it at the net, and Lenahan stood strong.
That was a Hail Mary of a shot way out there. Oswego, what they need right now is they need some of their playmakers to make a play, because it's been their leading point scorers, Hull and McGrath, don't have points this game. They're going to need them to contribute so they can defend this small lead that's only down to 1 now.
Yeah, Oswego with a bit of a test here. Have to stand strong as Canton on the comeback trail, trying to get the equalizer. And could they get it here as they move up ice? Here's Small. Small with a couple people in front, and her shot is deflected way wide. Good defense by the Lakers. Petherick out of the zone. Now Small has an opportunity. Small! And she tests out Lexi Levy, who stands strong. Petherick able to push it away. Zemlak and Hull will bring it back around the net. Some good zone pressure here by the Kangaroos. Zemlak off the half board. McGrath couldn't keep a hold of it. Player went down for Canton, no call. Shot comes in, deflected wide of Levy's net. Now the Lakers with a rush here. Kenzie Malone. Malone looking for McGrath there. Nobody home, and Corbett ends up getting it for the Lakers. In the corner. It's Malone, pinned up by Snook. And here comes Canton. Through O'Keefe. Good play by Shell. And Oswego able to stand strong there, but puck pinging around, and Levy's gonna have to cover it up. A couple of players go down there for Canton, but they've definitely picked up their aggression here in this third period, and Oswego have to really stand strong here.
Yeah, Canton has a newfound hope. We were talking about when the third period started how there was a whole lot of nothing going on, but after that goal, Canton's just looked like a whole new team. They're looking fresh, they're looking motivated, which might scare Oswego, so they're going to have to be careful.
As the Kangaroos with some momentum here, 6:59 remaining in the third. This puck pinged around. Coley will get it for Oswego. Can't find Shell, but Burke is there. Now into the neutral zone. Mucha, one of the goal scorers today. Can she get another? Tessa Mucha, and it's a save by the blocker of Lenahan. What a save by the Kangaroos netminder. McKinnon will dump it down. A huge stop there by Lenahan.
Huge stop. That had a lot of Oswego potential written all over the puck there, but nothing resulted from it because that was just a good stop there.
Definitely, as Oswego iced the puck. 6:20 remaining as we look at a replay of this Mucha opportunity.
And there was rebound potential too. Just like earlier, a goal for Oswego was scored earlier off the rebound. Just an unfavorable bounce there.
It was Mucha who scored that rebound goal, almost handed off the favor to Burke. Oswego win the defensive zone faceoff. Now into the neutral zone. Dumped down by Leitonen. It's Preston behind the Oswego net. And she brings it up ice. A lot of room here for Preston. Tries to find Tadia, but couldn't get to it. Preston lost her stick. And maybe a break for Canton. As Leitonen is bumped down, no call. Pavlasova with an opportunity. Deflected off the glass. Tadia loses an edge. And Canton go for a change. 5:30 remaining in this third period. Canton looking for the equalizer. But here's Moeller for Oswego. Moeller. And she's taken down. Delayed penalty here on the Kangaroos, as Moeller's just going to lay on top of that one. And a huge chance here for Oswego to put the game to bed. A 2-1 lead, excuse me. Maybe a chance for a third here on the power play.
This is a huge opportunity for Oswego. I agree with you completely because, you don't want to leave that one goal separation. That doesn't make you, that will make you lose sleep at night if you're watching a 1-goal lead. If you can get a 2-goal lead here, you'll feel a lot more comfortable.
It's going to be Ansel who goes to the box for tripping. And on Oswego power play. Corbett finds McGrath. So we hit the final 5 minutes here at the Deb. Malone. It's actually a body checking penalty called on Ansel. Here's McGrath. Malone. Lakers looking for an open opportunity, and it squeaks there right in the crease, and Lenahan was able to get something on it and cover it up. Sneaky play there by Corbett, almost caught Lenahan sleeping.
Wow, that could have been a goal. That very easily could have been a goal. So that was a great play by Lenahan as we see the replay here. A lot of bodies in there.
I was going to say, puck was loose right there on the doorstep for Oswego. Nobody could hit it home. As Oswego still on the power play here, Bednarik. For Costas, Bednarik, Hull. Just over a minute left on this man advantage. Bednarik, a tip in front. And what a stop by Lenahan as Parenti with great hand-eye coordination there.
Yeah, great hand-eye coordination. Completely agree with that, especially with a tip like that. Unpredictable of where the shot's going to be going. So as you see on the replay, it's a good stop.
Lenahan standing strong here on this power play, and Canton are able to clear through Leitonen. Under a minute left on this power play for Oswego. Bednarik, Kirk Costas will go around the net. Hull up to the point, Coley. Bednarik, Oswego waiting for an opportunity. Bednarik across the Hull. Now it's Coley. Good job by Bednarik to keep it in. Here's Kirk Costas. 20 seconds left on the power play for Oswego. Coley. Bednarik. Good job by Canton here. And a tip in front, an opportunity as Kirk Costas tried to bat it home. Couldn't get anything on it, and Canton are able to clear. And both teams back to full strength there. Final 3:15 here at the Deb. Hull. All the way up to Malone, who will chase it down. No icing on the play. Here's Corbett. Malone with a shot over the net of Lenahan. Dump back into the neutral zone. McGrath on the rush here. McGrath, the deflection, and it just squeaks wide of Lenahan's net. As Canton dealing with a rush from the Lakers right here. Lakers with some momentum after that power play. As up ice, it's McKinnon. She'll dump it down, and Levy is going to have to cover it up. 2:25 remaining in this third period of play. 2-1 Oswego. But Canton in this third period putting on the pressure, and they have 2.5 minutes to find an equalizer.
That got scary for Canton for a while. Oswego got some real nice looks at the net. Nothing went in. You see right there. That's just a tough break for Oswego. Lucky break for Canton.
Yeah, McGrath. That shot took a mean deflection, but Lenahan was able to fend it off. Van Dam. Into the neutral zone. Parenti gets it to Burke, and she'll dump it in for Oswego. Final 2 minutes here. Lalonde takes a hit from Pethrick, and a 2-on-1 break. Snook with a shot and a save by Lexi Levy.
You can't shoot like that when you're going against Lexi Levy. You got to find a corner. You can't shoot it right at her because she's not going to let anything that easy through.
So we're going to have a timeout here for Canton. Final minute 51 here at the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. Just the start of our Whiteout Weekend festivities. As later tonight, you'll catch the men's team taking on Potsdam. A very big thing here, Whiteout Weekend. Crowd always comes out, a huge weekend for the fans as well as the players here in Oswego.
This is just one of 4 games this weekend, with the main event being tomorrow night, but this whole weekend is a huge deal here. Sports Illustrated once called Oswego's Whiteout Weekend one of the most underrated sporting events in the NCAA Division III.
I love it. I love it. It's final minute 51 here. If you're Canton, you need an equalizer. What do you got to do here?
What you have to do for Canton, well, you can't take out Lexi Levy. Like, that's illegal. So they're just going to have to just keep shooting the puck because they've had good shots. It's just Lexi Levy's really good.
Yeah, Levy stood really, really strong so far today. 17 shots on goal from Canton so far today, unofficially. And Levy with 16 saves there for the Lakers. As both teams come out of the timeout here. Canton with a big game plan as the net is empty here for the Kangaroos. And it's going to be 6-on-5 as they win the faceoff. A shot comes in wide of Levy's net. Snook on the near side for Canton. Leighton tries to get a hold of it. Lakers doing a good job pinning it on the boards as they'll kill some time here, minute 30 to go. And it comes out Coley with it. Tries to get it out of the zone. Pavlasova keeps it in. And a shot opportunity. Snook is denied by Lexi Levy. A blocker save there. Anzel in front. Puck still loose. Shot opportunity, and it's denied by Lexi Levy. A kick save there. And Levy pinged around again. Puck's not covered. Puck still loose in front. We got bodies down. And the Lakers just jump on it, to cover it up. And they catch a huge break there, but a couple of really strong saves by Levy and net.
I thought I was watching WWE there for a second. Everyone was on the ground fighting for that puck. Nothing went in the net, so credit to Oswego's defense and Lexi Levy because that got messy for a while. And Canton, if they would have put that in, that would have made this, well, not ideal.
As the Lakers catch a break there, some discussion for Canton here. Still 6-on-5 for the Kangaroos, and for the Lakers, just got to clear the puck out, get it out of the zone here.
Yeah, only 1 minute left. I'm not a fan of the open goal method that you see a lot, but I guess in theory it could give you the advantage on offense as we saw there. They kept the puck in Oswego's zone, but you're right. Oswego just needs to clear it. That's all they have to do.
We've hit 1 minute remaining here in this third period. Lakers with a 2-1 advantage. And an opportunity. Corbett gives it up to Malone, and she slams it home, slams the door shut. It's 3-1 Oswego, and Malone with the empty netter.
Corbett wanted to share the point there. She wanted the assist. Spread the love. She didn't take the goal there on the wide open net, but a 3-1 lead, 49 seconds. If I'm Oswego, I'm feeling pretty good.
Canton really just caught out there. Too much pressure offensively, too much aggression there, and Oswego with a wide open break. Malone with her 6th goal of the season, and it's 3-1 Oswego. 40 seconds to go. Oswego dump it all the way down behind Lenahan's net.
An interesting choice to put the goalie back in after you let them score.
It's a 3-1 advantage for Oswego. Just under 30 seconds to go now. Corbett to McGrath. Do Oswego have another? And it's skied past the net of Lenahan. 15 seconds on the clock. And a good job by Oswego pinning it up against the boards. As the clock trickling down. As Preston maybe with one more opportunity. Clock has hit zeros, and the Lakers extend their winning streak 4 in a row for Oswego, and the first of 2 in this weekend of Whiteout Weekend. They take Friday's game by a final score of 3-1.
Yeah, Oswego, good win here. Evens the stats on the year for wins versus losses versus these guys. They beat them at home, lost on the road. Another one tomorrow night. Oswego has the momentum, and Canton has the reverse momentum. So good win for Oswego tonight to keep that up.
And Oswego, like I mentioned, they're 4th in a row. Canton have now lost their 4th in a row. A tough one to take here. They have to get right back into action tomorrow, though, against this same Oswego team. I mean, can there be both advantages and disadvantages of that?
I think it's mostly disadvantages for Canton. Last time Oswego played Canton, it was in November, but Oswego had just played on the road and they went into Canton and lost. Coach Digby said that contributed to the loss. Canton's on the road today, they lose, and then they're also, technically on the road again at Oswego again tomorrow. So not only is the loss going to contribute, but they're on the road 2 nights in a row. It's just bad looks for Canton, honestly.
As we'll get ready for the 3 stars of the game here for Oswego. A 3-1 win to start Whiteout Weekend here. Goals from Kenzie Malone, Rhea Zemlak, as well as Tessa Mucha. The Lakers will salute the home fans here at the Deb. The 3 stars of the game. As Zemlak gets the 3rd star of the game. A shutout for Lexi Levy, her 4th straight win. She gets the 2nd star.
That's deserved.
And with the game winner, it goes to Tessa Mucha. She's your 1st star of the game. And just an overall really solid performance from Oswego. Canton had some good breaks there. Obviously, in that 3rd period, they really tested Oswego. But the Lakers stood strong, Lexi Levy especially in net.
Yeah, Lexi Levy's the name that you want to highlight because they couldn't have really done it without her. Canton had some really good shots, so it took a lot of talent by Levy to prevent any more than 1 goal tonight.
Yeah, definitely a great win for the Lakers. A 3-1 win on their home ice, looking to head into tomorrow. As we're going to get ready to send it down to Jason Sensel on the sideline with Kenzie Malone. Jason, go ahead.
Thank you, guys. I'm joined now here by number 6, Kenzie. What are your thoughts on the game?
I thought it started a little slow, but we picked it up there, and I'm glad number 20, Rhea, started us off with a great goal, and I was happy to finish with a nice open net.
Yeah, your 7th goal of the year. A very physical game out there. How were you able to mentally stay in it as a team and not be rattled by the Kangaroos' toughness?
Yeah, we just couldn't let the little things get to us. We couldn't let ourselves retaliate. We don't need any extra penalties that are unnecessary, so we just kept ourselves together throughout that game, I thought so.
You're closing the gap in the SUNY Conference, chasing that number 2 spot. How confident are you guys that you can close out the rest of this season and keep that momentum into the playoffs?
I'm pretty confident with how we're doing right now. I think we'll have a great next couple of games. We just got to keep it up and keep our energy up on the bench and in the locker room.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win. That's going to be up for me, and back to you guys up on the booth.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you to Kenzie Malone. As Nick, final thoughts from today's game. It really was a good one here at the Deb.
Good goalie play by Oswego, good play all around by Oswego. Everyone on the team contributed. It wasn't just a one-man show, so you love to see the good team effort, and hopefully they can put up another good performance tomorrow night.
But that will do it here from the Stevie Levy Press Box. Stay tuned on WTOP 10, though, as the intermission report with the guys on the perch will be up just next. But from Zach Malin and Nick Mason, thank you for joining us here today. Stay tuned for the intermission report after the break.
President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
See each other yet again in less than 24 hours. Welcome back to WTOP 10 for your post-game show. I'm Matt Shermita, joined by Alex Brooks, Sammy Sozio, and our sideline reporter, Jason Samzel. And just before we get into this post-game show, I got to ask you guys a little trivia question because this is such a historic weekend. What year did this whiteout rivalry begin between Oswego State and the Plattsburgh Cardinals?
I'm going to go 1985.
That's close. Mine's 1988.
I'll go 1992.
1980.
All right.
Plattsburgh hired Herb Hammond as their head coach. He had won a couple championships with Oswego, kind of started some bad blood between the teams. But anyway, I digress. We'll get into this game that we just saw. We'll look at the game summary here. 3-1 final. Sammy Sozio saw the future today. Apparently got a player to watch and a scoring prediction correct. Yep. I'm a little distasteful right now because I had 2-1 and we had that empty net goal. So kind of some bad blood between me and Sammy as well.
Absolutely.
We'll look at the full screen graphic here of the game summary and just we'll look at what stood out in this game today for you guys.
Well, for the Lakers up 3-1, we saw for the power play for the Lakers 0 for 2 and then letting up a really bad mistake to Canton to get back into that game. And then it was just the Lexi Levy show. She was able to really be a catalyst all game. I mean, she was dealing with pressure. I remember looking down there was just a bunch of bodies, and she just said, I'm just going to throw my body on the puck, and I don't even care. So congrats to Lexi Levy and the Lakers. A big, big win to start off whiteout weekend.
Oh, 100%. To go back on what the Lakers are doing, I think they really need to look inside and see what they need to do in order to capitalize on power plays. Power plays are one of the biggest, most important things in hockey, and they went 0-2 for this one. But you said dumb mistakes, and I mean there weren't like a lot of shots on goal. But what Zach and the booth said, he said there were a lot of quality shots over quantity.
Absolutely, Jason. You were closest to the action. What did you see down there today?
Yeah, very physical matchup between both teams. Even matchup. I mean, we saw the Lakers coming out with a lot of momentum, finding the bottom net early, but then Canton regaining the momentum. As the third period went on, an unprecedented goal to score on Lexi Levy in the third period. But overall, just a great game and a very important win for the Lakers.
It was a very important win for the Lakers, but they had that blemish on there with the one goal from Malone. We'll look at it real quick here on the replay. About halfway through this third period, the Lakers, like you said, really bad mistake to let that one go by, Alex.
Yeah, it was a really, really mistake that they didn't need to have. I mean, they were up 2-0. They only needed one more goal to kind of just get away from this game, and then Danica Lalone ended up getting her 13th goal in the season. You see the replay, just a wraparound and a really just a bad mistake by the Lakers, something that you're not going to want to see going into the playoffs. I mean, but looking over, Kenzie Malone, she was able to get that empty netter. You know, that was my player to watch, Sammy, so we're both 1 for 1. I know, Matt, you weren't able to get any of your picks or whatever you were doing, but I mean, Kenzie Malone was able to get the easiest goal of her career, and the Lakers were able to squeak out 3-1.
100%. You know, we big talk about before the game. We talked about Mac Hull trying to get another point. for to keep on her streak, and she didn't get one today. And
no Mac attack.
No Mac truck today. But you said the last time they played, the last time she didn't score was against Canton, right? So maybe they're getting more of a rivalry going, perhaps.
So then, Jason, I'll come to you with this one. It's just, how does either team prepare for tomorrow's matchup? They see each other in less than 24 hours. How do you deal with that short turnaround? How do you change up the game plan?
Yeah, it's really tough because it wasn't such a physical matchup. I think if you're the Lakers, you just got to keep that aggression, going out, being aggressive early on. We saw earlier on in the season, they really came into the game. They really felt the other side out. But we're seeing the last couple of games, especially on this 3-game stretch, that they're coming out aggressive early on, which I think is a key point for them. And for Canton, again, you just have to stress the importance of the game, that you're still in it, chasing a playoff spot. You just got to stick with it, short turnaround, and have a short memory going into the next game.
Short-term memory is very important. If someone's going to want to linger on this performance, it's Lexi Levy. She had a day back there.
Yeah, she really did. I mean, she was the most important player on that ice today. I mean, we see the battle of the netminders here. For Linehan, she didn't play a bad game. I mean, she allowed 2 goals because then she went out for the empty net. But, I mean, the Lakers with Lexi Levy able to kind of, they let up on the gas on that wraparound. Don't know if that was entirely Levy's fault because they were down with the power play, but, Levy able to kind of deal with the pressure. We've seen that from a couple games this season. A lot of the games is that Levy is able to step up when the moment is really big.
Absolutely. I really think that, if the Kangaroos want to win tomorrow, they're going to have to figure out a way to get around Levy, because she is a block of ice on the ice. Man, she let nothing get through, besides the one, but we won't talk about that. But, I mean, she put a great performance, and it's good, as if you're the coach, Digby, and you're like, I have 2 good goalies who you can sub out, interchangeably.
Absolutely. And Jason, you've been mentioning all post-game show, the physicality behind this game. Do you think part of that is because it is such a big weekend for both teams, as well as Canton, they're trying to prove themselves as a SUNY contender going down this late stretch?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like both teams, you could sense that they knew the importance of this game, what it meant for both teams, not only whiteout weekend, but also the playoff implications at hand. You could sense, I could see in the third period, the Canton sideline just really starting to lose it mentally, yelling at the ref. They were frustrated with a lot of the calls not going their way, and you could see that. You could just sense it on both sides, the importance of the game, what it meant for them both.
Yeah, now that Canton ended up losing this game, Potsdam now has a little bit more of a fire in their belly going up against number 1 Plattsburgh, because if they win, then they're putting the pressure on Canton to get that 4th spot. So a really big loss by Canton. They'll try to win against the Lakers tomorrow, but the momentum is back in the Lakers' hands, now splitting the series 1-1.
Absolutely, that's a big win for the Lakers, but that 4th stop still up for grabs. We'll look around the SUNY because who else is creeping into that 4th spot is Morrisville, and they just took a big win, 4-1 against Buff State was the final score over there.
Yeah, Morrisville ended up just really dominating this game, 4-1. I mean, Morrisville going into this game, they were kind of an outside shot to the playoffs. Now ended up winning, seeing that Canton lost, they can kind of build their path to the playoffs, and it feels like right here, 35 shots to 31, and they were really doing well in the face-offs power play, not so much, but if you're going to want to do well in the playoffs, you got to improve on that power play.
100%. Morrisville really has had a reputation to uphold after coming here and losing twice to the Lakers in a 2-day span. But I think that they still talk about Potsdam having a fire in their belly, but I think Morrisville also has a fire because they still have everyone besides Buffalo still has a chance. And I think everyone wants to go. I mean, everybody wants to win. Let's be real.
Well, you said it best. Morrisville controls their own destiny. I think that's a theme for most teams in playoff contention right now. They control their own destiny, and going to be interesting to see how they close things out.
4 spots in the playoffs, and then 4's up. I know it's not Syracuse, but 4's up for the Lakers, 4-game winning streak there.
4 straight games, but winning all 4, 3-1. And you talk about destiny. Well, the destiny here at WTOP 10 is we got more hockey for you. Real quick. Potsdam's coming up soon, so we got to close things out here. For our producer, Kenny Gerard, our director, Kyle Spizak, everyone working this broadcast, we thank you here at WTOP 10 for tuning in. We hope you stick around for the rest of Whiteout Weekend here. Coming up soon at 7 o'clock, we got Puck Drop for Potsdam.